please use subscribe, like, and share to stay informed about the latest developments in 2024-2025 season. Now, let's analyze the match properly.
A frustrating stalemate between Manchester United and Crystal Palace. Brace yourselves, because I'm definitely going to be critical of Erik Ten Hag in this video. Without any further ado, you say it this time. Go ahead, just say it. What's the big deal? I mean, I say it all the time. Just go ahead, your turn now. Alright, let's get started with our tactical analysis video, and let's start from where we always start, which is the shape of the opposition. And of course, Glasner loves narrow formations. He loves to play 3-4-3 or, you know, a 5-3-2 or 5-4-1 formation. That's what he used to do at Frankfurt, and that's definitely what he's doing at Crystal Palace. And these formations are extremely stubborn because, as you can see here, literally, I mean, they constrict the space and restrict the space that the opposition can exploit. In this case, as you can see, you know, Dalot, who likes to drop into the midfield alongside Kobe Mainoo right here. You know, they're boxed. We don't really have much passing lanes from the defenders towards the forwards. But as frustrating as this system is, and as effective as it is at, preventing the opposition from playing from the back, we still created our chances. But that's not the only thing, because the other reason why we were able to create a lot of chances is because we were playing most of the game in Crystal Palace's half in the first half, okay? And one of the reasons for that is, of course, because our defenders were actually excellent. In this case, for example, Mazraoui, who kept Eze quiet for most of the game. And of course, Eze is, of course, Crystal Palace's talisman, their star player. But he was not the only one. Diogo Dalot was also excellent against Nketiah. And then here, of course, Matthias de Ligt, and then later on, as I'm going to show you, Lisandro Martinez did a very good job on Mateta. In fact, Mateta, the fact that Glasner went with Mateta actually made it extremely easy for us, because he's more of a target man kind of striker who doesn't offer a lot of threat in behind the defense. Therefore, it allowed Lisandro Martinez and de Ligt to push really high up. Basically, we were playing in Crystal Palace's half. And this also, just a little note, this is great improvement from Manchester United of last season, because in the second half against Southampton, we didn't concede any shots on goal. And then here in the first half against Crystal Palace, the first Crystal Palace shot on goal was in the 44th minute. So literally in the first half, we were completely dominating Crystal Palace. But of course, this man right here, Wharton, another player that I like, a good little midfielder, but he was off base in this game, as you can see here from this pass. Again, very easy to read for Lisandro Martinez, who really, both him and and Matthias de Ligt did a good job on Mateta. So obviously here Glasner could see that there were some issues. First of all, with Mateta, so there was no threat in behind the defensive line. They could not go direct with Mateta, but also because of Wharton, he could not act as a reliable link between defense and attack. And of course, here in this sequence as well, he was a liability defensively. He was quite error prone. I mean, in this case, had Xerxes and Garnacho not gotten in each other's way, this could have led to a very high quality chance for Manchester United. And of course, we were able to create some amazing chances because of some good pattern of plays. As you can see here, some of you, those of you who follow Scarlet Report, you may remember this exact frame from the Southampton game. Basically overloading one area of the pitch. As you can see, Christian Eriksen right here going into the wide areas in order to attract all of the opposition players to this area of the pitch right here. But then Dalot, who cuts inside, is available to receive the ball. And as you can see, he's got a lot of space to exploit. The ball is going to find its way towards Christian Eriksen over here, who literally was channeling his inner Paul Scholes. I mean, I'm really happy with what he did against Southampton, against Barnsley, and then in this game also he was very good, reminiscent of the Christian Eriksen from the first half of his first season at Manchester United, where he had 7 assists and 1 goal before he got injured. The ball makes its way towards Diogo Dalot, and then that's a beautiful pass into the path of Garnacho, and Garnacho should have scored that. He's really in form. He had some really good chances. He should have scored that. Now, so what we have here, the first half, Manchester United dominated, but then Glasner is a very good tactician. So he has identified the problems, Mateta and Wharton. And then at the 45th minute, halftime, he just makes the changes. Both of them were starters for Crystal Palace throughout his tenure at Crystal Palace up to this point. But then he made the bold move. Okay, guys, take a break. It's not working out. I'm going with Ismail Assar, a faster, more technical forward to make it life harder for de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez. And I'm going with Lerma because I want a much more experienced midfielder, someone who can actually assert some sort of control over the midfield. And here, let's see what kind of changes and what kind of effect did these changes, have on the game. So here Lerma, obviously he can get on the ball a little more. So here he's on the ball. He's trying to assess his options. As you can see here, the Manchester United trio in midfield, Eriksen, Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes are trying to block the passing lane. And here, as you can see, Lerma is literally talking with his teammates and he's like, guys, come on, make yourselves available. I've got the ball, but you need to make some moves. And here, Nketiah is going to oblige, is going to move into Eriksen's blind spot over here. Lerma finds him with the pass. And then here, Ismail Assar is much harder to defend against than Mateta. As you can see here, he's making life really hard for Lisandro Martinez. He's moving into the empty space, and Nketiah should have played this through ball with his left foot, since he's right-footed, into the path of Ismail Assar. He probably could have scored from that area. He chose to go with the shot, and then great save from Onana, and then a beautiful and even better second save. Great double save from Onana. Had he not done this, I'm not sure we would have won the game. Okay, just as he saved us in the game against Southampton with that penalty save, I'm not sure we would have won this game had Onana not made this particular save. So definitely Lerma's introduction into the game definitely gave Crystal Palace a little bit more control in midfield. But they got even more control when they introduced Will Hughes for Nketiah. Effectively, in my opinion, what Glasner was signaling to Erik Ten Hag is that I'm happy with the stalemate, because he did not sacrifice any of his 5 defenders. He sacrificed Nketiah, one of his forwards, effectively moving into a 5-3-2 or maybe even a 5-4-1 in some cases formation, literally saying I'm just trying to lock the game down. And basically the reason why I introduced Will Hughes is just so the Crystal Palace midfielders, Lerma, Will Hughes and Kamada, can go 1v1 against Manchester United's midfield trio. And you can see that here, where literally you see Hughes on Bruno Fernandes, Lerma on Kobbie Mainoo, and then Kamada on Christian Eriksen. But what's impressive about the sequence, by the way, this is what has led to Eze's chance